on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Just going to wait for a couple of platforms to roll on in. Start streaming. You know what we're talking about. With you in a moment, chaps and ladies. And we're good. Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, today, objectives are pretty straightforward. I want to finish the Spitfire. There's not much on it that needs to be done. I'd like to do it. We can do a bit here, put it aside, do a bit of work on the canopies. That's the other thing I want to get onto. Our canopies on both the Lank and the Halifax. There is what we bald men call a shitload of canopy. And I've don't mind me, I'll just clean that thing there. And I'm not really paid attention to that reality. It means that when it comes to assembling those bits, I'm going to have to do them anyway, so I'm sure you get where I'm taking this. Or I assume you do. Where I'm taking this, I've got to get them done. Boom. Next, on that agenda, or on that agenda, now that I've explained all that, oh yeah, that's the stuff I tell you, by golly, by gosh, by crikey. Now, light on, better viewing angle for you people. We'll go with about there. And let there be light. And there was. And the Rob saw that it was good. Now, okay, here's our spit. Now, I reckon there's a few, well, you can see there's a few bits that need to go on still, and that's fine. I'm entirely comfortable with that. What we do first is when I'm not scrubbing around with, I might just put these over there. I'd like to keep my tools there so I can talk to myself a bit there, really. Anyway, now here is gun sight. I've got these from Mum. I've got to say, good. Now there is more. Oh no. All right. Now this should go. Should there. Tweezers would be the go here, obviously. I'm actually going to make some inquiries about getting proper surgical ones. Right, that's the angle we should go at. That if I get, if I can get hold of, that's going to be, I can tell. Pray I don't drop this. Right on cue. Go. At least it's can get it back out again. Bit tricksy. All right. go. Alright, let's see. Okay, we got two options. Either go thin or Tamiya clear. I'm inclined to go Tamiya clear for a number of reasons. Most notably, it's going to be in an area that's visible. I don't want to do any damage to the paintwork. Two, it's a really strong bonding stuff, so well, the part itself is barely okay. There we go. The part itself is quite small. Um, hopefully. Indeed, a bit tricksy. Option 2. That's not good, is it? Now, option 2 on this one. I will get this right. Trust me. Maybe a bit obvious. Hopefully that'll get it happen. Quickly file the electrical visas. I'll leave that glare there to do a bit of work on the area we're putting the trying to clean the glue that would have been on. That's the difficulty I'm having. Yeah, with the soft piece. Probably not entirely. Up, up, we can. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Might want to let that settle, mightn't I? How's the best way to do that? Also needs to be a touch further. Ah, there we go. It's staying. It is staying. We'll let that dry. Yep. We'll let that dry for a moment. A bit of a struggle, but first objective done. Now I could probably put the aerial in as well. The only reason I don't want to is because it may involve, it's going to involve moving the kit again. I'll just wait 20 minutes to let that dry. In the meantime, excuse me very briefly. Now, let's start with some painting. Now, some of these I know straight away which colour they're going to be. Some of them I will need to go to the guide that would they? Curious. Anyway, yes. So we've got to do these. Now, this is the other side of that. That's the front one. These are the rear bits. So, and that's obviously the main cockpit. Get that happening, shall we? Now, let's have a look at our map so we can be absolutely certain as to what colour we should be putting on. Decals out of the way for a moment. These are our length decals. We will be putting on these ones ultimately. It's sugar. So, there, I thought, okay, yep. Now, anyway, so looking at our map, it's drawn two ways here, as you do. They've got it all brown. On this one, but on here, be a bit more. I would use multi-pilled. See why? Probably where it's not. Interesting. Maybe wrong. It looks. I have to fold this over and show you. Back a bit. What I'm seeing here is you got the green there. And what I'm looking at is that typically on an RAF aircraft you get that green would continue across. However, it doesn't look like that on this. So this then raises the question for me. Hey, here we go. No, it doesn't. It actually shows it doesn't. Okay. Do we have a similar close-up on this side? No, but on that basis, you'd have to say, well, no, it doesn't. Interesting. Right. Okay. Just brown then. That easy, kids. Wonder where the landing lights are. Can't see them. Oh, the landing lights, the navigation light. Rubbing. All right. Now most of them are going to be black. Pretty straightforward. So I guess get stuck into doing that. Those areas that should be black. Now that would be. Damn it. Move that one. Yeah, it does. Them and them. Those two are not. That one will be. That's more to do with certain parts of it will not be black for various reasons. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. Okay. Other areas that will be black. That. Where do these go? Okay. Well, we'll get on to that, shall we? Now, black. Black, black, black. Black. Boom. That easy, kids. Now, the mirror seems to be staying in place on the Spitfire. On the mirror, it's gun sight, but it's in place. That's the thing I'm about. Once that settles in a bit more, I'll do a little touch on that the back there. We'll see about that. Now, alrighty. Now, I'll be needing my goggles. A sharp brush. Very sharp brush. That one. Our winner. We will also want toothpick. Yes. And let's come on. Yeah. Pardon me, wouldn't mind cracking more parts, so they can just easier maneuvering. You know, gonna do that. As long as I keep track of what's where, I should be fine. What numbers are which, I don't need to worry about that. Through there pretty easily. At some point, some point. The lobster. Right, that'll break it down into a bit more easily handled size. And I actually don't. Well, I need those ones. I think. But that can go off. It's going to make it much easier. Now, getting down to the nitty gritties. Yeah. I'll do a brief tidy up. This line. Okay. Tidy again. Oops. Slightly better angle. Actually do. That works for it, maybe down a little. Do. Oops. Now. Little tooth. All right, there's that other one to come. Wow. What a mesh. Okay. A little bit of tidy up to be done. Get the vertical ones done. Trying to get the right angle. There we go. All right. Got the vertical one. Then we start getting to the easy parts on that one at least. Wow. Okay. Well, that one went on very nicely for me. Happy about that. I'll zoom in a minute. Wait till I've gotten, well, the main, two other main struts before we start doing the perimeter. Uh, oops. Oh no, not so bad. And now just across here. Oh, dearie me. I don't know how much concentration is required for this sort of. There's one thing about doing canopies freehand, that it does require a lot of concentration. Just there we go. Now, There we go. Got a good solid start on that. We've got to do the perimeters next. One of those is a little crooked. Just the, I don't know. Looks, anyway, perimeter time. Maybe zoom in better what I'm doing. Oh. Oh, like that. I've gotten this completed. I might put the aerial stand on the spit. Um, and I will probably give a little touch of red on the bald spot, as it were. The mirror, so we'll fix that. I should zoom you out instead. Look at that. That's probably as good as I can get you. Beautiful. Done. They come together, I tells you. A little bit of it. That's great. Be good. Pretty happy about how that's starting to come together. Now, just around there. Then, part of me is also thinking about just to just get all this done, then is in black. But need to clean the brush. Get that aerial on. There we go. So that's that turret. Largely ready to go. Obviously haven't done the inside of it yet. But hey, coming along. Now, I'm just going to pop that up here. I do want to get the aerial on the spit. It'll give me a chance to take the goggles off, straighten my back a bit. And we'll get back to the canopy. Oh, yeah, it gets kind of fiddly. But it's there's no real escaping that sort of um escaping it now, is there? Really, sadly. How you doing? All right. Now, while I'm here, my next objective was to put the aerial on. I actually had the aerial on last night, but I meant to do a painting touch up on it because there's not actually a hole for it to go into. Yay! Knocked it back off, so I've got to reapply it. Now we will go with thinking Tamiya Clear. Good stuff, Tamiya Clear. Fishing was not bad. It was slow initially, but again picked up. I got a really nice brim, 35 centimeter, which was good size for one of them. He gave me a bit of daring do, a bit of attitude. That's what you want. Yeah. Mate scored a nice 30 centimeter one. How you been? Good? Yeah. Bow. Why didn't they put an actual positioning hole for this? Really? They're not making me a happy man. It's only shitty with this now. I've lost the bloody aerial stand. It is. Where is the sense in having an aerial that was a part that's supposed to go just straight on, flat to a flat surface without providing any kind of support for it? Fuck, they're annoying. Ah, nice. Did you get anything? Let's have another look at this. Shouldn't be this. Oh, did the on the computer. Cool. That's funny. Right, just stay there, damn you. Again, why would you not have a support hole? They're 109s too. God's- Finally got that thing on. God damn. Touch further. There we go. Here's a tale of frustration for you because I've downloaded Ultimate Fishing, um, and I figured, well, now all I've got to do is get the game controller and away I go. And the problem I've got is my system's 2.9 gig, and all the controllers can get a 2.4. So I'm unsure as to whether that's an issue, to be honest. I mean, it might not be actually the unit, but yeah, so far as I can gather, I mean, 2.9 does not correspond to 2.4. I'm sure you see what my conundrum is. Now, we'll pop this over here. Let that dry. Grumble. Make sure that's straight. On a completely different note, I'm going into town tomorrow with the plan of going to a jeweler's store and get some jewelry equipment that I think may be advantageous for my plan of putting the gun turrets in the from the Typhoon into the Tempest. Oh, I should get my goggles on. Also giving very serious consideration to getting some getting some surgical for certain things. Machinist tools. Right. I guess that would be hardware store, wouldn't it? That is, I had thought of something similar to that as far as it goes. Um, because, well, actually, what I had thought, because I'm a bit over the top on some everything I do, is to um, go, yeah, get the surgical stuff, um, certain jewelers, some certain jewelers things, and certain machinist ones as well. Then I'd have all my options covered. That was my theory. Slight bit of there. The other side, round the outside, round the outside. I can see that. Yeah, right. Yeah, I can see dental stuff would be fantastic. And it was indeed another area I had considered. Um, because, well, anything that's going to require that sort of fine grip, detail sort of stuff's got to be the gear for the job, you know? So, yeah. What I can even see myself doing, is a slowly over the course of maybe a couple of months, getting all of that. Why? Well, you know why. A bit further up. Go, go, bottom. Goes to about there. Be even up on the other side. Ah, dearie me. Now, next. So, alrighty. Now, I feel sorry for tail gunners. That'd be a prick of a position. Mind you, I don't know if I'd be entirely happy being any of the gunners. That's pretty hard. Once I've got that dry, I'm talking about the aerial, a little spot of spray paint on the mirror. And once that's dried, we'll varnish. Then Let's try. There's actually one piece still to go on the bottom. That piece that's very, very. And I have had horror stories of easily knock off. Piece out. Let's get this one. Just that. Might as well do the other side. All right. Just text. That I probably should answer, but I'm rather, as far as I can tell, too involved in doing this. Right. After I finish streaming. That's two of the three turrets done almost. Being this bit, or at least with the black. Then we're putting oil steel in the. It's like a plate that they use for protection. The inside area there will be gunmetal grey. As I'm using to sort of reflect the rubber. That's my theory. Here we go. Bit of a tidy up there, but that's okay. All right. It's coming along. And just that strut there. Across there, and then it's just, oh, goodness. Almost got a hand cramp. Here, right. Don't mean that behavior, tell you. Okay. Oops. there, and then we're going to go around the perimeter. Deary me, kid. Okay. The easier parts. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I need to set up very soon. It's making various just getting there now. Right. One more, and that's the black on the tail. Done. I've already done it. All right. Clean brush. Now, um, on the topic of the Spitfire, I don't think I need to put um, any aerial wire on it because all the pictures I've seen of the 9C don't have aerials. I find this a little unusual, but then again, maybe by that stage of war telecommunications from aircraft had improved. I don't know. So, yeah. All right. Now, goggles off. Oops. Transparent. Once I've got this on, I'll take a very quick break. Back a bit of um, break indeed, and freshen up my coffee. When I get back, we'll do a little bit more canopy work. Which I'll varnish, do a little bit more canopy work, weather the Spitfire. So, this won't be a big task. I can't see what I'm doing over here at the moment. What I want to do is and do that. Just touch up that little tiny naked spot that was there. Catch you later. My housemate's ducking out. How long you at? 2.5, he reckons. Dear oh dear oh dear, he's going to be a while, he is. Alright, now. So with that little touch done there, we can move the Spitfire back over to here. That out the way. I'm actually looking forward to getting the Spitfire done so I can get stuck into the Tempest. Yeah, I have luscious plans. So I do, yes I do. Now, bring that back to there for the time being. Now. Good kids. I'm going to take that very brief break that I mentioned earlier. And I will be back directly. Kitty guy, how you doing? Just doing a bit of canopy work here while finishing off the spit, which is very close to being done, happily. Now, next, got those done. All right. What colour would they be? Question. This actually goes on the back of the rear gunner position. It's the perimeter would be black. That is something to check out, really, isn't it? Moment. Yeah. Look at our gunner positions. I'll just pull that back a bit for you. See what I'm looking at. Looking. Where are they? Finding. It doesn't actually say. Guesses. Let's just do it black. That would surely be solid, wouldn't it? You'd think. Might come back to that. I see. I get the picture. That's going to fit into there. So, that being the case, I think the back of that would have to be black. And probably. So, why is there? I'm going to come back to that one in case there's a bit more to it than what I'm seeing. Like I said, that's the back of the gunner position. Now, if that was meant to be solid black, why wouldn't you just give it to us in a solid piece? You don't. Maybe there's a reason for that. I'll do a bit of research. In the meantime, with that not discovered, but at least know where we are with it, we'll now other black pieces include this little bit here. Now the perimeter there. That done. We'll get some done on this Halifax. So we'll get stuck into that a bit. Need a few bits of Halifax canopy. Then we're going to varnish the Spitfire. That dries. We will get on to weathering the Spitfire. And then we'll varnish. Back on the canopies. And that last little bit be done. I'm good, thank you. How you doing? Now, let's get this canopy done. Paint on this. Ah, yeah, it would be. But thanks for popping past. I do appreciate that. How are your builds going? Good. Bit of a tidy up, perhaps. Just a little. Oh, that'd be great. Concorde. It's quite a mythological airplane, the Concorde, isn't it? Dare I say it? It has a certain je ne sais quoi. Thanks for sharing me, by the way. Ooh, nice. I actually want to do that, Aichi. Um, because my thing is historical or aircraft that are famous for whatever reason. Excuse me a brief moment. Yeah, as I was saying, and I believe the um, that model has the insignia of an aircraft that took part in the Pearl Harbor attack. Now that's an event, man. You know, that's something I have to build. Um, it's a bit like here we go. I tell you, here's an aircraft I'd actually really like to build. But getting the insignia is the kicker. Pardon me. I want to get the Focke-Wulf Condor, but if I can get it with one of the senior Nazi insignia, and the decals were available. Um, but I missed the opportunity to get them. You got to say, however deplorable as people they were, to have be able to point at your Condor and say, well, that's not one of their bomber ones. That's actually Hitler's. Yeah, right. The what's the kit like? Is it nice? Yeah. Ah, I love my cockpit detail. Yeah, the Halifax I'm working on um, is one of the old um, Airfix pressings, and yeah, certainly when you compare it to the more recent Airfix kits, doesn't really compare. You know, the more recent stuff's quite tidy and tight, but their older ones, what I refer to as old clunkers, yeah, you got to do a bit of work with them. And as you say, they don't get that interior detail that you get with their later kits. But hey, be able to go, that one was in Pearl Harbor. That would be. Hmm. All right, almost got that one done. And breathe. Oh, stiffen that back up, big boy. Dear, oh dear. All right, so that's the nose cone, or the nose of the lank done, at least in the short term. I'll do that again. Then we will do the interior of it. Won't be too hard either. But there you go. That's that one. Now, might as well stuck in this a quick little aside before I should clean my brush. But looking at these, they very obviously go in the side here. What I'm wondering, and I want to see if I can get a picture of, is whether or not they can be positioned in an upright sort of a position, so as you can sort of look straight in. I think that'd be kind of cool. If that's an option, I'm so doing that. And if the question is, of course, is that how they were set up? Did those things get open? The questions I have. Oh, thanks heaps, man. I really appreciate that. I'll have to track you down on said platforms. Do the follow, like, subscribe, whichever the relevant term is according to platform. Now, I reckon I can hit the bit with a bit of varnish. Then we can get to the weathering. If I don't get onto the weathering today, that's, I mean, I need to glue off and look after my mother sort of stuff. Well, this is indeed the case, but it is appreciated nonetheless. Thank you. Now, yeah, if I don't get the weathering on the spit today, that's all cool on the gang in my eyes. I mean, I've got the canopies ready to rock. It's a question of getting the varnish to dry more than anything else, and that's a pretty minor time thing. But again, I do need to disappear at some juncture to go and tend to my mother, as you do. Just as I do, her being rather old. Ah, dearie me. Now, yes, now. When I first started out modelling, my first ever kit was a Spitfire Mark 1A, as an aside. A mate of mine gave me this box, actually to transport aircraft in. But if you look at that, for a single-engined aircraft, it's it may well get finished today. I just want to hit this with a bit more varnish. And yeah, anyway, the first one was, as you can see, this box is great for single-engined aircraft, as far as for this intent sort of purpose. So, yeah, here we go. Shake, 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 shake. I am not shaking my booty, you'll be pleased to know. Shaking my varnish. Okay. Yeah, I did the, yeah, hang on for a moment. What I'll do, I'm going to duck outside. you can actually, I find it kind of interesting to look at this kit now, as far as I can see where I've done, as a first kit, it was pretty good. But I can see where I've made improvements in my technique and stuff since then. But yeah, this one, the Mark 1A that came with the Dogfight double kit, which of course means I've got helmets Vix 109E4. That was my first ever build. So yeah, I was pretty. In many ways, I think I look at it, I think, yeah, it's not bad, but yeah, I can see where I've managed to do things because of experience and stuff, you know. But yeah, that was indeed the Airfix. I've got quite a few other Spits to build. While I just, there we go. Because of the pilots who flew them, the same as I got a shitload of BF 109s to build of various marks and makes and da da da. Again, because of the who flew them. Like at the moment on the 109 front, I've got the 109 G6 of Hartmann, the E4s of Galland and Vic, and the F4 of Marseille. But I've also got, let me see, got moulders I can build. I've got Barkhorn. I've got, the list goes on, man. So yeah, okay, now that's that varnished. We'll pop this up here to dry for a moment. Pop that over to there. Bring him back over. And the final analysis, I've actually, thank you. The I'll actually wind up. I've worked out that I have just already in my possession about 15 different kits of, including the ones I've built, BF 109s, and I've looked at that, and you know, man, I'm concluding that, well, yeah, I'll go and make sure I can find a way of getting the whole squadron. Yes, different makes and marks, but 20. Now, if I'm going to be doing that, logically, well, not logically, but you would think, certainly I think, I've got to do the same with the Spitfires then. I want to have all the different makes and marks, different aces as well. Now next what I also now brown British brown. What I'm also thinking, and I do sometimes, is well, because part of the other rationale is, okay, if I'm going to have the squadron of 109, squadron of Spitfires, the other thing I've managed to do is I'm building a Orca Tempest once I finish the Mark 9C, and then I want to build the Hurricane Mark II, so as I've got the whole evolution of the type of the Hurricane. Then I'm actually giving consideration to getting a Eurofighter Typhoon, because then I've got the whole box and dice, you know. And that would actually be my first jet. So, yeah, I'm starting to try and look at evolutions of things. There's a lot of difference between What I'd really, really like to get is the prototypes of both the BF-109 and the Spitfire. That would give me a warm, fuzzy glow. Yes, it would. Wow. Yeah. I'm actually doing a bit of surgery with the Tempest. Um, Paul Minpins has heard this numerous times, and I think so has Cutie Guy. What I'm going to be doing is, if you look at the Typhoon kit, um, it's got really nice gun bays. And what I've looked at and thought is, I reckon I can put them in the Tempest. Now, Tempest gun bays are further back in the wing, and I can do it. It's going to require a few little bits of chicanery. But yeah, I want to put the Typhoon gun bays into the Tempest. Just for no better reason than basically much the same reason as why a dog licks its balls, because it can. But also because I think it would look cool. No. Well, the things I've worked out thus far are that I'm going to need to actually have 2 Typhoon kits, because the length of the ammunition bays in the Tempest are actually twice as long. This is a little annoying. I don't care. I will do these things. Why? Because it behooves me. Other things are they're at one of them is at a slightly freaky angle, and the biggest trick is actually going to be one of the particular incisions. Actually, be damned on this painting, because I actually don't know if Minpin saw me discussing this with Papa Dookie. Give me a moment. Here's what we need to. Here we go, kids. Now that's Tempest. Where are you? Here, Tempest, Tempest, Tempest. Put it somewhere, obviously. Here we go. Right. The trick is going to be. Oops, what have I just dropped? Oh, it's a book. That's okay. Booking. Here we go. Right. Now, I can even show you what I discovered with my little bit of research. Now that's all cool in the gang. I've worked that much out. Goes like this, man. Okay. Here we have. Here we have the Tempest wings. Naturally enough, boom. No issues there because nothing's in the way. And yada yada yada. Now, here, bits from a Typhoon kit. Now these need to be trimmed off because they don't appear in the actual gun bay thing. They go roughly about there. Now I'm basing that on. Here's the thing, because where in the Typhoon the ammunition goes across, like, I should zoom you down a bit here. Right? Here we go. That's a better view. You can see exactly what I'm on about. Right. Now where in the Typhoon the ammunition is laid out as you see there, on the Tempest it's one rack there, one rack that way. I'm going to need to create a bit of surgery through one of those, and they'll need to be swapped over. So effectively, one will go there, the other on the other side, and vice versa with the other bits. Now, as far as actually fitting, that's not an issue so far as I've seen, because with that there, that's roughly where it's got to go. Boom. Hang on, let's slip further forward, give us a moment. That there. It needs to be lined up that cannon spot there. Yeah. Well, you can see how that lines up with the cannon there. Boom. So the fit is not an issue. That will happen. That's all cool in the game. Now the trickery, however, will be as follows. Yeah, it's a bit good, isn't it? Now, here's the trickery. We need to zoom in just a little further. Right, here we go. Now, the gun or the ammunition racks go there and there. Thus, well, this is why I'm going to need two. That would line up theoretically there quite nicely. I'll need to get a very sharp piece of surgery through there and attach another half of the ammunition rack there to complete that portion there. That's not a problem. Now that's the easy one. Now comes the tricky bit. We get to, I'll zoom in real close for this one. Right. You'll notice that here there's actually a very thin panel. That panel stays in place. So I need to go here, up, around, and down, and leave that little panel in position. What happens is the ammunition comes up here, then goes via a little sleeve mechanism that I'll be able to create with the other part of the because that's part of the thing that will come into play with the second part or two parts of the Tempest kit. And then that goes there, links under there, and goes across. This needs to come out as well. I then need to work out how to utilize these little numbers, which are the ones that come with the Typhoon kit and are part of the wing. So that's my plan. I'm going to get some very specific tools. I'm going to be going to a jeweler's store. Dead men tell no tale. Oh yes, you're a umpire at one. Yeah, nice. Well, dead men do tell you what else dead men don't do. Wear plaid. Well, according to the Steve Martin movie, anyway. You ever see Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid? A good one. Anyway, wow. Alrighty, now, so, anyway, that's my plan with this. I'll pop that away now. I'll pop all these into a bag. I'll probably do the varnishing on the underside of the spit now, I reckon. You were 5 when you built that kit in 1972, Manchu. I've just realised I've been talking to someone. I don't know if the guys on YouTube see the conversation I've been having with people on other platforms. No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's what my plan is with this. Now varnishing the Spitfire. While that's drying, I will do a little bit of painting. Once it's dry, it's weathering time. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, I'm on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook while I'm on YouTube. I'm talking to people on yeah, at various platforms at one time. So yeah. That's yeah, for guys on Twitch, I've been conversing with Moss 6510 models. No, I'm actually quite sane, Mr. Bedpins. No, the insanity is not caught up yet. I'm talking to somebody on YouTube. That's why I was showing the Tempest. Not that it matters. I think we all had a bit of a good look at that. I had a good time with it. Now, getting back to the Spit. Anyway, I'll what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a mouthful of coffee. By golly, by gosh, by crikey. Oh yeah, let's hear it for coffee, kids. Oh, Warfrog, how you doing, man? Now, my aerial's not quite straight. Do I dare touch it? Give me all manner of jib. There we go. There we go. By golly. So worry about it after. There we go. That's who I've been chatting to, chaps. Now, at the moment, I'm just going to duck outside, put some varnish on the underside of the Spit. There we go. Then give that about 20 minutes, and then we'll hit the weathering time. Me. Yeah, you see, it wasn't just the voices in my head. Whilst I'm what's the line I'm looking for? Whilst I'm on very good terms with my demons and the voices in my head, some of the voices in my head are actually real. It's true, you know. Now, right, yeah. So, what we're gonna do? I should actually talk to you more extensively. Yeah, understandable. I should just organise a time to chat more extensively with you about YouTube Mod 6510 because I actually don't. There's lots of things I need to understand about it and don't yet. So yeah, you would be in Europe, I'm guessing. I can work at it. I'll have to keep an eye out and see when you're on. I'll and chat with you then. Would be the trick. Ah, right. I did think that was a thing. Alrighty, but yes. In the meantime, I will continue what I'm doing here for this as it stands, but I'll definitely have a bit of a chat with you later because I have much to learn. Yeah, okay, yep. Oakley dokley. I will do that indeed, mate. Thank you very much. Now, as I was saying, what shall I get on to next? I can do more canopy. Uh, mm, decisions. Or I could do a little bit of painting on this. This is the underside of our utility truck. Nah, I'll finish the main cockpit of the Lank. That won't take long. Well, it'll take long enough for the varnish to dry and then we can get into the weathering. Now, where did I put the English brown? Not English brown, British brown. There's a difference after all. Ah, London. Jolly good. My family's from London. I was the only member of my family born in Australia. My mum is from Battersea. My father is from Tottenham. You remember the old Dennis Waterman program, Minder? My mum used to like watching it because she'd look at all the parts of yeah, well, my mum used to love watching it because she would actually recognise a lot of the places to her, and of course to her, being in Australia, it was nice to reminisce, I guess. But yeah, it was a great series. Yeah, it was, as you say, ace. There was no bad part to Minder. Oh yeah, fantastic, weren't they? Um, and yeah, Arthur, the dodgy ass, beautiful. Uh, Now, let's get onto this canopy. Tell you one thing I was unaware of. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, wasn't he? And if he could turn a quid in some way, he'd find a way of doing it. Beautiful. And Dave the bartender. I think it was Dave, wasn't it? Uh, so much goodness in that. uh, yeah, mate of mine who I go, oh, indeed, my main fishing buddy. Yeah, he used to love watching Minder. He reckons to this day he loves the phrase Gordon Bennett just because of that show. Daisy. Got a bit clumsy there. Oops, bit of hand cramp. Bad timing. Can't stop that. I've been getting hand cramps lately. I don't know what goes on with that. Jolly good. Starting to come together, I tells you. Well, at least you're making sure that you're already following and subscribing. Good work, lads. Okay. Starting to come together. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely use magnifying headgear, mate. There's two reasons for this one. Frankly, my eyesight is shithouse. Um, but yeah, even if it was reasonably sound, why not make your life just that bit easier? You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm all for using anything that will facilitate getting the job done nicely. You know, often it's those little things that can really, really make a difference to your overall outcome. And if you can get those little things in place, cool. Yeah, 116 Sherman would certainly fix the need for goggles. Um, I guess in the final analysis, all I can really say is if I, by choosing to work in scale, sort of doom yourself to having to do some pretty fiddly stuff. Um, ah, oh, good night, Moss. Thanks heaps for dropping past. I really appreciate that. Oh, really? That's unfortunate, min pins. There we go. Press again. Now. Yeah, I will indeed get in touch, man. Yeah, right. I got my, if you're talking about the head goggles, I got mine from one of my local hobby shops. If you're talking about Concord kits, yeah, they probably would be actually. Um, as to which ones are the good ones, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Almost there. Now, once I've gotten this canopy done, I reckon it's better in time for the Spitfire. That's my take on life, the universe, and everything, kids. Or bare minimum, we'll get the chipping done. Realise I'm going to have to let that dry. Getting there. uh, don't worry, min pins. I'm plenty warped myself. Yeah. Almost there. Oh well. It's not that bad. Um, I started doing it freehand because I realised the lines I was going to have to paint were not that much thicker or thinner than what I was doing in, say, the interior of a cockpit. All I really had to do was keep those lines steady. You can always, if you do get a bit overzealous or anything, bam, toothpick will remove it. I also discovered that even with masking, often there's error. And the thing is, if you're relying on masking tape, you don't get that chance to correct. So these days, I go freehand, man. Yep. And seriously, like I said, it's not once you've done it a few times, you just go, oh yeah, no worries. It does. It's one of those. It does take a bit of practice. Things. Oops, there's a bit I need to scrape off. It's that easy. Oops. Start again. Oh my. But again. Scratchy, scratchy. There we go. Boom. Come on. Oh, actually, put down. Vertical bars. I'm actually pretty happy to have gotten most of the canopies done because I've done almost none of it, and of course you know it's coming at some stage, so you got to get it all done. Can be, well, it is very time consuming. Fiddly. All right. Now, 4 horizontal bars and then just the perimeter. Yeah, I actually find the inside is often easier because you've already got the lines. When you're doing first laying out the undercoat, that I find the hardest part because you've got clear plastic and it's so easy to get it wrong. Once you've actually got it in position, you can see where you got to go. You just follow the lines, man. Follow the line. Oops, a little bit. Yeah, I think going inside is a good idea. I'm a fan of it because what you can, what you then get, you get two benefits out of it. I think. Um, One, you get a greater depth on your actual canopy because how it stands at the moment, of course, yes, I've got undercoat, but behind that is, well, nothing. By doing that, you give it sort of more depth, it seems to come up. Also, that way if people look in, they see the black rubber of the seals, not undercoat, which I think makes it better. Is my opinion. As I always say, bear in mind that opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one. And in some cases, they smell. Except for mine. Mine smells like roses. Alrighty. Get them together, kids. Trixie, there we go. Also kind of like, I actually really like painting, I've got to say, both this sort of painting. Not necessarily specifically canopy, but stuff where you can sort of like just zone straight into what you're doing. Becomes a bit like meditation. That's probably a better angle to come at it from. Nice there, kids. Oh, almost got it in one go. The straight edges are the easiest ones because all you got to do is just set your brush edge or brush tip as far in as you want to go and just bring it straight down. Follow that line and you cannot go wrong. Alrighty. 2 more lines and that canopy is done. Ah, curses. Yep, no worries. See. Then come across the back and we're done. Bam. One canopy. That easy, kids. Alrighty. Oh, stretch that back a bit. Now, clean brush. The only thing I would say about doing canopies freehand, I guess it's a bit like when you're doing cockpits, but really requires you to be mentally focused on what you're doing. You know what I mean? If you're not focused, you're not going to pull that shit off, man. I'm sure you understand that, but yeah, just all bullshit aside, though, I'll tell you one thing. I think it's one of those circumstances or a situation where my having done years of martial arts training actually helps, because it helps me control my breath or my breathing and the way I go about my mental focus, and I think that genuinely does help. I mean, you can probably build it up through practice just through modelling on its own, but I reckon that's where I get mine from. Oh, I've got Intruder. How you doing? I've got somebody on YouTube, guys. What's up? I'm not much. I'm just finished doing some Lancaster canopy. So for guys on again, guys on Twitch, yeah, if you wonder who I'm talking to somebody on YouTube. Yeah, I just finished this canopy for a Lancaster. Zoom in a bit, and we'll get on to the rest of that later. And also got these ones done on earlier. Where are they? There they are. There's one. Where is he? Part of the tail. Oh, jeez. Almost lost that. That could have been bad. Part of the tail gunner there. Other side. No, put this into. I have a blue box of places of things I put. Pop him into my blue box of bits, where I put stuff that comes off of kits that I'm going to need later. Now, what is next on our agenda, however? Spitfire. My YouTube name is Rob the Builder, but I am speaking to Intruder66. I stream live to YouTube while I do Twitch as well, you see, amongst other platforms. 5 all up. Didn't come with a specific allocated spot to put it, and that's actually, that's annoying the hell out of me. No, this is a Spitfire Mark 9C. Oh, Tony Bear, how you doing? This is in fact this is an AZ models kit. I'm about to do some chipping on it. Now, what I'm needing to find to do my chipping is, here they are. Bits of this, sponges. Let me just grab a whip. Hang on, let's just get one out, shall we? Got a bag of them here. Oh yeah. Oh, that'd have a lot of detail. Oh, Tony Bear's Wolf. Ah, interesting. Cool. They would have a lot of detail on it. That'd be cool. I'm actually pretty keen to get some 1:35 armor going on for detail purposes. I've got a few specific kits in mind. Now, when I do chipping, I like to do what I do. I sort of got to do this on YouTube, no less. Here we go. Now, what we're gonna do? Is let me find some tweezers. Tweezers. Here's the ones I want. There's some tweezers, but not the tweezers I wish for. Looking. Ah, finding. Here we go. Boom. That's what I'm after. Now, we'll go rip there. We will go shiny. We'll go natural steel. That's what we're after. A gel or natural. This is Vallejo. Spanish. So I'm assuming a chair is steel. I digress. Now, so let's pull that. Do tweezers. This. Don't get into now. Can we see what? Maybe a bit more that way. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is just start with the propellers. Not too heavily. Bear in mind that as 1:72, any divots are 72 times bigger. Propeller blades. Oops, you can't see shit. Thank you. Let me give you a better angle as to what I'm doing. That might be better. Yeah. A little nervy doing this. I don't want to get too heavy hand. Back. Take a breather. I'm glad you like the paint job. It's as far as it goes, this is my preferred. There's different ways Spitfires are painted, obviously. As far as it goes, this nature of paint job is one of my preferred ones. Tell you what, hold on to the this for long enough so I can hand cramp in the other hand. Tired here, dear. Into them and standing wings. Again, I don't want to get too heavy with it. Otherwise, it looks like it's. This was actually pointed out to me. Look, they did have some maintenance done on them. And if you're talking about making an aircraft, keeping an aircraft be a piece of crap, it's not a $500 car or nothing. Look a bit nuts. That's probably, we'll do a little bit on the other wing, or a bit more on the other wing. Then we'll do some undercarriage work. I do that with deckling, and I cannot fathom why, for the life of me, it did not occur till you just pointed it out then. Why the hell I'm not doing it when I do this? Fuck's sake, Robster. Lights on, no one fucking That's funny. Dear oh dear, why did I not think of that? Bam. Oh dear, who would have thought, eh? Cool. Robster. Yeah, big boy. Oh, that's heaps better. Who would have thought, eh? Once we've finished doing just little bits of chipping and stuff, we'll do some wheel time. Bit along. Chipping done. All right. Next, rid of that. Don't need that no more. One thing I will need the natural steel for is, now that I think about it, we're going to get a very sharp. That's the one I want. Right. So she's all chipped up. Next. All that stuff will probably be fairly dry by now. So now we can that piece of paper. Grab. All right. Pop this all. Brush. Now we're going to start with a little dab of orange rust on the exhaust manifolds. Oh no, we'll go for standard rust. Then we got a little bit of oil and a bit of soot. Then, then we're just gonna varnish it. And I've just got to put the canopy on it. The canopy is done. I'll show you the canopy. Canopy is ready to rock. Needs a bit of a polish, a bit of a pretty up, but we can do all of that later. But as long as we get the weathering done, I'll varnish it, get it all up, and I'll get it completed and the pictures up this afternoon. So, start with just a bit of rust on the exhaust manifolds. Don't be too heavy with this either. Mind you, by the time we put all the weathering, the oil, and the soot. Oh yeah, they do. Good. You've caught me out. Now, that's that. Now, soot. We'll do some on the cannons, around the exhausts, and just all around the place. One. First. Oh, area crunchy. Uh, uh, so
Seen guys using pastel paints to do this. I can see how that would work really effective. In fact, from the videos I've seen, it works very effective. I guess they're a similar consistency. That's an interesting line of thought. Yeah. Bit on flying through shit. Totally unhappy thus. Now, bit of oil. Then we'll be done. Oil's mostly around the exhaust manifold or coming from the exhaust manifold to the carriage, mostly. Right. Eight. Right. Well, she's weathered. Boom. Well, that's right. It is something I bear in mind when I do my weathering min pins. Look, you know, the chic modeler wants to look good when they hit the town, and you need to be aware of just how much makeup you're putting on your kit. I entirely understand. I think you're correct. Yeah. Anyway, in the short term, gentlemen, here's our kit. Here's our Spitfire weathered up. I'm just gonna varnish it as I said, and then I'll be putting the canopy on it. But because that'll take a little bit of time, and I've got to zip off and tend to a few things. We'll call that done for now. What is a good cement? Okay. Look, I've been having a bit of luck with the Mr. Hobby ones. They apply with a brush. To me, are very good. Yeah, to me, are very good. I use their clear cement, and I find that excellent. Revel supply a glue with a needle nose, which is really good for accurate applying or application. Problem or failings it does have are things such as one, the needle can become blocked. Now it's easy to unblock, you just run a lighter up and down it, but it can be a pain in the ass. And the thing that actually made me go, you know, I'm going for brush applicators in the future was I had some, and don't even ask me how it happened, but I bent the needle. Night night nurse. Now, Humbrol also do them. Any of those brands do quite excellent cements. Again, Tamiya is probably a good, really good sound, solid option. Mr. Cement I've found very good. Hopefully that was helpful. Anyway, guys. How did I bend it? I honestly don't know, mate. Yeah, no worries, Warfrog. I've got no idea how I bent it min pins. I'm just going to wind the stream up, by the way, so I'll just sort of start doing. It's a mystery to me. It's that's all I can say. I got no idea. To me, it was just what the hell. Equally, I actually got one of their needle applicators. Went to use it, nothing came out. No, it was in my hand. I was just putting it down, going, what the hell? And then there was another one I had of theirs, and for some reason, it didn't matter what I did, the glue would not come out. I could hear the thing was clear, but no glue. That's why I've gone for brush applicators. That might be something worth bearing in mind. Warfrog brush applicators have the advantage that you can, you can get that glue. Now, if you need a small amount, you can just use a toothpick. That's what I do quite often. Yeah, alrighty. That's us done. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. I think we've had a really good stream. I'm pretty happy with how things went. I will have to be tracking down Moss. I will. Yeah, look, Cement's fine, man. Mr. Cement is good. Mr. Cement's solid. I've had a good run. You will indeed catch you later, min pins. Okay, yeah, again, thanks, guys. Time for my usual spiel. If you're a first-time viewer, now or after the fact, magic button time. Follow, like, or subscribe. And I will catch you all tomorrow. I didn't even tell you what platforms I can be found on. I will have a good time. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Now, again, for other people who may not be aware, I'm on other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Discord, and Robster the Builder on Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. Follow, like, or subscribe, guys. All right, thanks heaps for watching. I'm off now, and I'll be back tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel, and I will see you then. Catch you later, guys.